What if one inherited money rule has been influencing your money decisions for forever and you haven't even realized it? I'm Kendall, and in this episode, we're rewriting 5 of the biggest money rules women have inherited about earning, ambition, and financial independence. I'll share the 5 new rules I believe every woman entrepreneur deserves to live by, and why changing your money rules changes far more than your relationship with money. It's all here in this episode. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the Money Coach School podcast. To really excel at coaching women, you have to be skilled, confident, and even fearless at money coaching. If you're passionate about women holding genuine money power and love supporting women entrepreneurs, then this is the show for you. Now here's your host, money feminist Kendall Summerhawk.
Hello, woman entrepreneur, and welcome back to the podcast. Have you ever caught yourself making a money decision and wondered, where did that come from? Why did I hesitate to raise my prices? Why does earning more than my partner suddenly feel uncomfortable? Why does wanting more money make me feel guilty? Those reactions don't come out of nowhere. They're the result of money rules you've been living with for years. You know, women are taught money rules long before we ever earn our own money. We get this imprinting as little girls. And they come from family, from television and movies, from society and culture, and yes, even from watching the women around us. Eventually, they become so familiar, we just stop noticing them. We assume they're just common sense, quote unquote, right? We stop asking whether they're helping us create the financial future that we actually want. Now, the problem is those inherited money rules influence every financial decision we make. They influence how much we earn, how much we keep, how ambitious we're willing to become, and ultimately, whether we create financial independence. Now, if you want financial independence, which I assume you do, that's why you're here spending time with me, then you absolutely need a different set of money rules than the ones you've been taught. So today we're going to rewrite 5 of them. And honestly, I could make this episode 3 times as long because my list currently has about 15 inherited money rules in it. So consider today part 1. All right, so before we dive in, I want to make sure that you've joined me on my new Substack, Feminine Money Mastery. Substack is where I'm spilling secrets on women entrepreneurs, money, and what women are capable of creating financially. Because women were never taught how to create safety and stability and wealth. And Feminine Money Mastery on my Substack is where that changes. So I really hope you'll join me. It's free. You can go to kendallsubstack.com to subscribe and be part of this conversation. And I'll also link to it in the show notes. All right, so many money rules, so many rules. One thing I know for sure is that once you see an inherited money rule, you can't unsee it. So let's start with one of the biggest. Inherited money rule number 1. Don't out-earn your partner. Women have been taught that a man's identity is tied to being the provider. And I'm not going to discuss today whether that's true or not. Men are not my specialty. I love my men dearly, but that's not my specialty. My specialty is you, the woman entrepreneur, and money. But women have been taught that if she earns more, she'll somehow upset the balance in the relationship. That somewhere there's an invisible line that women are not supposed to cross financially. So women make themselves smaller. They delay raising their prices. They hesitate before pursuing bigger opportunities. They celebrate success while wondering if, gosh, maybe I've gone too far. So let me ask you something. Who benefits when women believe they should not out-earn their partner? Women certainly don't benefit. Every woman who limits her income to protect someone else's comfort also limits her financial independence. I want you to really take that in. And this is a very expensive trade. So I want to give you a new money rule as promised. The new money rule here is your income belongs to you. No one else gets to determine the size of your financial life. Your ambition doesn't need permission. Your success does not need approval. And another person's comfort is never the ceiling on your income. All right, inherited rule number 2, don't let money change you. How many times have you heard that, right? Or some version of that? As though having more money somehow makes a woman less kind, less generous, less grounded. It's such an interesting warning because it assumes money changes your character, which it doesn't. We accept that warning without ever stopping to ask what it actually assumes. And what it assumes is that money has the power to make a good woman become a bad person in some way. Well, I don't believe that, not for a split second. Money is an amplifier. Money doesn't create generosity. It gives generous women the opportunity to be more generous. Money doesn't create confidence. It gives confident women more opportunities to use it. Money doesn't create freedom. It gives women the resources to choose more freedom. Inheriting the money rule that money can change you creates fear and hesitation. It makes women question opportunities. It makes women feel guilty for wanting more. So, here's your new money rule. Let money expand you. Let it expand your generosity, your experiences, your choices, your contribution, your life. Money doesn't reveal your character, it amplifies it. Inherited money rule number 3. Money is selfish. This one has probably done more damage to women's relationship with money than we realize. Women are praised for giving, for sacrificing, for putting everyone else's needs ahead of their own. And then somewhere along the way, wanting more money starts feeling selfish. Money creates options. That's why I do not believe money is selfish. Money gives women choices, the choice to leave a relationship, the choice to help aging parents, the choice to support your children, the choice to fund causes that you believe in, the choice to say yes, and the choice to say no. So here's your new money rule. Money creates options. It's as simple as that. And options are one of the most generous things that money creates. Inherited money rule number 4. Money solves today's problems. So think about how most women use money. They pay the bill, they solve the problem. Most women are taught to think about money 1 month at a time, one emergency at a time, one problem at a time. And then somewhere along the way, we stop expecting money to create possibility. We started instead to expect money to disappear. But money has the power to create so much more than relief. It creates opportunities, it creates freedom, it creates choices like we were talking about. It creates financial independence. So here's your new money rule. Money creates tomorrow's possibilities. The purpose of money isn't simply solving today's problems, it's expanding tomorrow's possibilities. Inherited money rule number 5, don't want too much. This one sounds to me like what I call financial virtue signaling. Be content, be satisfied, be grateful. Women hear these messages for so long that eventually they stop sounding like opinions and they start sounding like truth, which they're not. And then wanting more starts feeling like something we have to justify, whether it's more income, more savings, more profit, more freedom, more financial independence. This is one almost every ambitious woman wrestles with. So at what point does wanting more become too much? Well, the answer is you get to decide, because every woman deserves the freedom to decide what enough means for her. So here's your new money rule. Let your ambition decide what's enough. Enough isn't a number, it's a choice. All right, so to wrap up here, we rewrote 5 inherited money rules. Let me just run through these really quickly so you have them as your list. So instead of don't out-earn your partner, your new rule is your income belongs to you. Instead of don't let money change you, your new rule is let money expand you. Instead of money is selfish, your new rule is money creates options. Instead of money solves today's problems, your new rule is money creates tomorrow's possibilities. And instead of don't want too much, your new rule is let your ambition decide what's enough. Every woman has inherited money rules. The question isn't whether you inherited them or not, because of course you did. The question is whether you still want to live by them, because your money rules influence every dollar that you earn, every dollar that you keep, every financial decision that you make. So this week, here's what I want you to do. I want you to notice something. Every time you catch yourself thinking about money, I want you to ask yourself one simple question. Whose rule is this? Because once you recognize an inherited money rule, you have the power to decide whether it still deserves a place in your life. All right, my beautiful soul, thank you so much for joining me here this week. And just remember, this is your new money era, and I am so here for it for you. All right, I will see you in next week's episode. My love to you. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of the Money Coach School podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you follow so you never miss an episode. Also, I would so love and appreciate if you would leave a 5-star review. Your review supports women just like you in discovering all of the juicy tips and insights I'm sharing here on how to coach women on money. And if you want to learn how to excel at coaching women on money, definitely go to kendallsummerhawk.com and check out the wealth of money coach trainings that we have for you. Thanks so much for being part of this money coaching movement and for tuning into the show every week.